Hey, welcome to Cancel Comedy. And what I said, I'll see you on the next one if we're not canceled. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to Cancel Comedy. In this comedy show, I'm going to just literally talk about what I'm experiencing every single day living in California. My last one was about surviving LA with liberals, which is like super real talk. I mean, there's no BS there. My keys totally forgot. I was like, what the fuck is this jingling happening? It's not even Christmas yet. Yeah, guys. So I was talking to Spectrum, which is my cable company in Cali, in LA, and I call them because I have to call them literally every single year to get a promo because I have a business class, so they're trying to like charge me like a newer rate, and I have the grandfather plan for like 10 years. So I was like call every year and like, hey, can you give me the newest promo so I don't have to pay the newest crap like standard date rates, like as a newer customer. Anyways, make story short, guys, so I called today and I was on the line and it was this lady and she sounded super like woke, I guess you can call her, and she was talking and she was cool. I mean, she was nice and everything, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to kind of know because last year I called and literally I told her I don't even know how that happened, but it just came out of my mouth, and I was like, yeah, last year I actually called, and it was like November 2020 with the election happening, everything. It was kind of crazy, and the guy told me, hey, because it's pandemic, it's fine, we'll just give you a promo, like for another year until 2021 of November, etc. And they're like, wow, I just used the word pandemic, and then she's like, okay, sir, and you can tell her voice kind of changed. She was like, okay, there's no actual promo that we give. She literally became from positive to like negative. I was like, are you kidding me? You're supposed to go with the narrative. What the fuck are you doing, right? And I was like, it literally came out like natural. It just like, it wasn't even like I was like trying to put that in there or to kind of like smear or anything, It was just more like just came out, and I was like, oh my God, this is funny. And then at the end, I was like, okay, then I'll just call back in November and, and just mention because we are still in pandemic. And I said it again without even realizing it again after I realized, of course. And she was like, okay, yeah, just call us back and we'll see if we have any promos. But so far, we don't see any promos at the moment. We only see blah, blah, blah. You have to have the cell phone and the cable. I'm like, I don't do cable. I don't watch the news. I don't watch garbage, fake news and stuff. And then she's like, okay, sir, have a good one. Thank you. And just let us know. I was like, you too. Have a great Friday. Anyways, guys, so it's funny, though. Like, I speak so freely on Rumble and podcasts that I do every day, almost every day. I try that at least like 4 times a day, 4 times a week, or 5 times, if that. Unless there's nothing actually happening, then I'll literally just do 5 times a week or 4 times. But if there's something happening, I do it every day. Check it out. It's at Ari Gold Experience. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, guys. But I think, what was I saying? I forgot. Yeah. So the other day, guys, it was just hilarious. I'm getting like a call from a customer because I do like whatever I do. I don't want to mention it because for doxing reasons and etc. If you know me, you know me. But I was with the client and she called me. She's a super liberal and it's not even her fault. She's not a liberal, to be honest. I think she's a liberal actually, to be honest, because she lives in California. But you could tell she's super indoctrinated. She's a college student. She's like 23. Her name is Clara. I'm just going to give her that name because I don't want to give her the real name. And she called me. She's like, hey, I'm noticing these things in the product that you did for me. And she's literally talking about something that is not, it's almost like talking about like per se, like my wallet, right? And calling someone and saying, my wallet doesn't really have a good configuration, or configuration will probably be more relevant. It's almost like calling about the wallet and saying, yeah, it doesn't really taste good. And I'm wondering, like, why? Is it because, like, it's so like toxic. I'm like, no, bitch. First of all, you're not supposed to eat that, bitch, right? Second of all, you're not supposed to eat that shit. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, you know, and I was so glad we were texting. It wasn't like vocal. It wasn't like verbal, you know, vocal. I was going to say, sorry, but I understand you're mentally ill, but I cannot really help you. And she's not really mentally ill. She's a college student. Point being, guys, what am I trying to get to? That living in California, more like Los Angeles and San Francisco, you know, like the blue parts of California, because there's also a lot of red parts, which is awesome. OC and San Diego. You almost start to think like a mental person. It's just scary, and it's not even their fault. Like, I don't blame anyone. Like, I really respect the mentally ill. I mean, they're actually there. You know, many people are, like, in California mentally ill, unfortunately. That's the fact. Not trying to kind of smear them or just give them any kind of hate. It's all love, just for awareness reasons, you know. So I try to like be as understanding as possible by showing empathy and etc. You know, because I really do care for the mentally ill, which are the majority of the liberals. That's a fact. And I really want to help them. It's not like I'm trying to kind of bash them and kind of make them feel bad. For me, it's about like, okay, I understand you have been indoctrinated, you have been brainwashed, and same time, like, I don't want to be you. So I can't really understand you and try to go with your flow, because at that point, like, I'm not really doing any service to myself or to humanity or to Earth or to the world, the universe, you know, and I'm literally working against ascension, against like evolution, right? So at the end of the day, for me, it's better for me to not change them, but I guess make them understand that whatever you're going through, I understand, but it doesn't make fucking sense. So you gotta kind of step out of your little matrix, if you want to call it, unplug that bitch, you know, and actually live the motherfucking life that you are supposed to live like a human being. Like, you're supposed to be here to change, to make a difference, to bring good, not bring bad.
Monster kill.
And by being mentally ill, even though you assume you're doing good for the planet because you are driving a Prius, even though you have a Tesla, boo fucking who, it's like these people are there to mentally like fuck with you. It's like they'll literally, when I get a fucking phone call or a text from any liberal, conservatives are much less, it's mostly liberal. Conservatives will call you for something like, hey, I don't know much about this, I'm ignorant about it, so can you teach me? I'm like, sure. Liberals will call me like, hey, I know everything about this. I'm like, then why did you come to me? You could have just fixed it yourself, you know? Why did you need me to fix that issue for you? You know what I mean? So it just this constant pressure of trying to not offend them, bring them like, kind of make them go against you. That's the worst thing you can do. It's like when you literally speak your truth without feeling them first, they right away go on the defense mode because they feel like they're all there, Mr. Right or Miss Right or whatever the fucking pronoun they want to call themselves anymore these days. Anyways, but so it's really challenging, guys. Like, I'm literally dealing with this every single day. I'm trying to think of something else that just happened because it's happening every single day. Let's see, who else? What else? Yeah, like people are convinced that the red team, let's call them. I mean, I don't want to say more because we're on YouTube. I think I'm going to actually, guys, stop putting it on YouTube. It's going to be Rumble only because I literally cannot speak many things. My humor is killed, is destroyed because of this like censorship stuff, you know. So I think I'm going to move to Rumble and then put the short version on YouTube for you guys to see the intro or some like the highlights, like kind of like the nitbits, you know, the bits things. And then if you like what you see, then just go and watch the full version because there's so much that I want to talk about, but I have to literally filter myself. And when I'm doing humor, comedy, improv, whatever, I like to let my flow, my channel for my soul, you know, to just come out. And if I have to filter that and block that, that's literally like blocking love from coming out. And what is comedy? What is humor? It's love, right? So by blocking love, I almost made this. I almost named this podcast actually "Channeled comedy, because everything that I say normally is channeled unless I'm talking about like a specific thing that happened, like about Spectrum, etc. Right? But yeah, guys, it's really sad. So that's why, as you probably have seen, I have not been doing any comedy on this the past 3 days. Normally I do like, well, I just started actually last week, but I was trying to do it every single day. But then I was like, every time that I want to do something, I was like, damn, if I do that one thing, it's going to be literally canceled comedy. My show is going to be canceled. So yeah, guys. So I'm going to start doing it on Rumble, and so I can speak freely, allow my channel, my humor to just freaking like come to light, and just like make you guys laugh, you know. Yeah, guys. That's pretty much it. I wanted to make this little short, and I will let you guys know in the post part of my channel on YouTube that I'm kind of more on Rumble, and just the short bits, the ones that are like kind of cut out, clean version, that is kind of pro censorship and not anti. You know, I guess the communist version will be on YouTube because communism is on YouTube, and then the capitalist version with just freedom of speech, so you can speak whatever the fuck you like, it's gonna be on Rumble. I think that's the best way to put it. And when I say, guys, thank you for the watch, and I'll see you on the next show. Much love, and that's a wrap.